right. How's this now? Okay, we're going to try this one more time. Is everybody there? Anybody there? Hey, Sandy, Christian, I noticed I had to relocate. How's it now, Patsy? Can you hear me now? All right. Hey, Perky, Joy, welcome back. Thank you guys for coming back and your patience. We had a little technical difficulty. I know it's a little dark. It's probably because of this background so lighted. But anyway, Arnold, is it sputtering? Oh my gosh. Ed Chase, aren't you in Tel Aviv someplace, Ed? I thought I saw you were in Tel Aviv. Hey, Chris. I don't know what's going on with the internet. I don't know. I moved to my desktop, so it's hardwired into the internet. So I guess we're just having problems with Spectrum. I'm not sure because it's usually really, really good. Yes, Ed, you're in Israel. Awesome. Amazing. Yeah, this internet. Hey, Sonny. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. I'm told that there's a lot of sputtering. So, Patsy.
It's better now.
Okay, Patsy.
It's better.
Okay, can you grab the paper from me over there? I don't have my notes now. Anyway, again, thank you guys. Sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I think we had some problems with the internet. So anyway, we're gonna try this one more time, and we're gonna start all over because I don't wanna. I don't know how much you guys got, or I'm not sure what you guys heard or not. But anyway, we talked about the rail issue, third subpoena, and which is I think a lot of concern, a cause for concern. We talked about Southwest Airlines getting approval for the Hawaii flight, so we can see that's not that's just trying to. But anyway, they're going to start their service to Hawaii now from California, so that's going to impact, I think, Hawaiian Airlines fares. I think you're already seeing Hawaiian Air offering these low fares because they want to secure the ticket sales now. Hey, Paul, Bobby, Kaleo, Anthony. So that's going to be fun to watch. Like I tell everybody, hold off on buying your cheap fares on Hawaiian because Southwest will come out with some groundbreaking inaugural fares, I think, for the people of Hawaii. So I think it'll be interesting. We talked about Walmart getting rid of the greeters. They're going to get rid of the greeters in April, and they're going to go to what is called customer hosts. The problem is these customer hosts are going to have to be able to lift 25 pounds, and they're going to have to be able to stand for long periods of time, and they're going to have to be able to climb ladders. So that's going to take out a lot of the seniors, the elderly, as well as the disabled workers that currently rely on that income to survive. So kind of sad, and I'm hoping Walmart will change their position on that because it's just going to be sad to see that group of people be released from their positions. So I know nationwide there's a movement of shoppers that are begging corporate to not change that, but that is yet to be seen. We're going to have to wait and see how that turns out. Interesting development. Just saw that today. I know Kaleo Perez is on the Facebook Live. He's going to be happy. I think he already heard. Preseason football this year, Aloha Stadium, the Rams versus the Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams will be coming to Aloha Stadium for one of their preseason games. That's going to be incredible. That hasn't happened since the 70s. I just cannot wait. I definitely are going to be there. Just to be able to witness a professional football game. Yes, preseason. But nonetheless, at least we'll get to see one quarter of good football, professional teams. I think it'll be fun. Hey, thank you guys all for coming back. Ed, Patricia, Leo, Chantel, Wiley, Ann, Jeff. Thank you guys again for joining us. So every Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:30, Facebook Live with Mel Rapozo. Also on my YouTube channel. Mel Rapozo is the name of the channel. Just go there and you can see the archived meetings of all of the weekly meetings. So yeah, every Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:30, and we're probably going to go a little longer today because we had that disruption. A couple other things. I think Robert Kraft, the New England Patriots owner, how embarrassing. They win the Super Bowl, the 6th Super Bowl. They tie with the Steelers, the most Super Bowls ever, and then he goes into a massage parlor and gets arrested for solicitation of prostitution. I mean, so embarrassing. You would think that a guy with all that money, all the billions of dollars, sneaking his way into a massage parlor and getting busted. Oh my gosh. Hey, Kimo, welcome back. Ed, what happened at Walmart? They're gonna be removing the greeters. They're gonna be taking away that classification, and they're gonna be replacing it with customer hosts. And again, I said earlier, these positions are going to be required to lift 25 pounds, stand for long periods of time, and be able to climb ladders. So that's going to basically take away the opportunities for our seniors and our disabled community, which currently rely on those jobs for survival. So it's kind of sad. Shame on Walmart. I wish they would reconsider. And again, I think we'll hear more of that as we get closer to April, which is when they plan on terminating all those positions. So we all know about the tragedy that happened involving the newlyweds that I guess they're calling it a murder-suicide now. I'm not going to get into that. I am going to get into the GoFundMe for their kids. The GoFundMe is called GoFundMe for Mia and Milo, and this was started by Alan Sata on February 26th, not long after the incident occurred, because these kids now are left without parents. And yes, they have families. They have both sides have great families, but it's gonna, these kids have a life ahead of them. And Alan and a bunch of other family members and friends have gotten together, created this GoFundMe. So this is the real GoFundMe page. And if you're familiar with GoFundMe, go to GoFundMe site and look and just search for Mia and Milo. As of yesterday, they've raised just short of $50,000. We want to try and raise that. We want to try and get as much as we can in there. This will be managed by the family for these kids. These funds will be used for those kids. So I'm hoping we all can get on board GoFundMe. Again, the account name is Mia and Milo, the names of the two children, and whatever we can do to help, please go ahead and do that. Shelly, aloha. Tony, Kimo, thanks for coming back. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm not sure what's going on. I think the Wi-Fi is having an issue, so we relocated to my couch. That's why I had a little different background. Hey, Sean and Steve, and so a little bit different, but I'm not sure what happened, but I'm glad you guys are all back on. So again, GoFundMe, Mia and Milo, if you can, 10, 5, 15, 20, 100, 1,000, whatever you can. Please help that family so they can take care of those two kids who's, again, has their whole life in front of them, and they don't have their parents. Condolences out to that whole family. KPD reported again, as usual, being short-staffed. That's hey, Nicole. 162 authorized positions for police officers. They got 143 filled, which leaves 19 vacancies. So if you know anyone that's interested in becoming a police officer, tell them apply and help out KPD. Many reasons why we can't fill those positions. I think it's just a lot of people, nobody wants to be cops anymore. The standards to apply or to get hired are very high now. It's you got to go through so many different levels of the application process, the psych eval, the polygraph, and the background checks are very intense. A lot of our local kids don't qualify; they can't make it through. So, whatever it is, whatever it takes, we gotta get people more interested in that position. We gotta get more cops on the road. We gotta fill these positions, and I'm hoping that today's article will kind of inspire some of our local kids to apply anyway and try and work towards it. It's a great profession. Yeah, I served for 12 years, and although it's different today, the society is different. The island has changed. The job is relatively the same. I mean, it has the same dangers and a hell of a lot more pay today, though, than when I was a cop. But well deserved for what they got to go through every single day. And I think a lot of times we take them for granted, and we just we just assume they're there and they're going to take care of us, and they get criticized a lot whenever something is printed in a paper. So yeah, it's a thankless job, but it's one that has to be done, and I believe the pay scale for Kauai and the state actually is actually really, really good. We talked earlier about Hawaiian Airlines losing that child, the unaccompanied minor case, and I'm not going to go back into it other than, I think they apologized and they refunded the money, but and they gave the mom and the kid a $300 travel credit. I think they could have done more. Can you imagine going over to the airport to go pick up your kid who's supposed to be being taken care of by the airline staff and finding out that it wasn't? It could be really, really pretty traumatic. So hopefully they refine their policy and they start and they do that. I've not heard that ever happened before, so I don't think it's something that happens all the time. Nonetheless, that should never happen. And I think Hawaiian Airlines, they did apologize, but I think they learned a lesson, and I don't expect that to happen again. I don't think my neighbors are using my Wi-Fi because I have double password protection, so I don't think they're. I think I could be. I don't know what's the problem. I don't know. It's just whatever. Hey, Alfred and Kool-Aid, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. I read today. This was really fun. Just because, and I'm going to bring it up only because I think it's so interesting and bizarre as we look at the country and the amount of money that this country spends, and the Pentagon had an audit for the first time in history. The Department of Defense. So they had an audit, and this audit was made up of 21 different audits. There are 21 different audits throughout the Department of Defense that sits within the Pentagon. And out of the 21 audits, 5 of those audits came out with a passing grade. 5 of them was and the rest of them failed. Overall, although it's called a single audit report, there were 21 different components. We failed, and it was acknowledged, and the Department of Defense said, we failed, we got to do better. What's troubling, though, the cost of the audit alone, just the cost to perform this audit, $413 million. The addressing the issues within the audit was $406 million. And the financial system fixes that they found the problems with the financial systems was $153 million. So this audit cost the taxpayers almost $1 billion. And they failed the audit. What's even more troubling is Fiscal Times reported that the government could not account for $6.5 trillion worth of year-end adjustments to the Army General Fund transactions. $6.5 trillion. I mean, that's crazy. Unacceptable. And yet you don't see that on the news. I have not seen it. This audit was done, I forgot to write down the date, but it was a year-long audit. I mean, can you imagine when you're auditing all of the assets in the Pentagon? But $6.5 trillion unaccounted for. Wow. And we talk about our deficits, and trust me, I'm a veteran, very strong supporter of the military, and believe that we have the strongest, toughest military in the world. But it has to come with accountability on the people that are running the military and running the Department of Defense. Hey, Mike and Honey and BC. Yeah, it's troubling to know that this was allowed to happen. So we'll wait and see how this thing pans out, how they fix what's broken. Like I said, it costs almost $1 billion so far to address the needs, including the cost of the audit. The audit, again, $430 million just to run the audit, with external auditors and the internal auditors from the Department of Defense. So Oh, that's a lot of money. That makes me cringe. That makes me cringe. All right. How's about Queen's Bath? Today somebody posted on Facebook a bunch of knuckleheads down on the Queen's Bath, and I know Ed McDowell, if you're still on, I know you'll chime in on this because right away people want to shut down beaches. And I think it's closed already. There's a gate. People jump over the gate, end up going down, they die. And as much as we can advertise the sign down there, letting these people know how many people have already died, have already drowned, and people still go down there. I for the life of me, don't understand it. Why would you go someplace where there's a chance that you are going to die? Is beyond me. And I know Sue Kanoho is a very strong advocate for the safety of the people, not just the tourists, but our local residents as well. It's just that the visitors, they're unsure, they're not familiar with the place. It looks so pretty. They want to go down and take a picture. The wave comes up, bam, they're in the water. And the last girl, the Chinese girl, they never found her body. And it's a shame that this is happening down there. Even with the warning signs and the gates and the sign that tells people how many people have drowned over there, people still want to go down and get that photo. And it's just unbelievable how that is, how we're allowing that to happen. And I know Ed is on. I know Ed was very concerned about us closing access to any beach. And while I agree with that, I also believe that we got to do a better job keeping people out of the dangerous places. You cannot prevent everybody from going to these types of places, but we can do a better job of informing these people that it is very dangerous to go down there, because it's not your normal beach. It's not that it doesn't have to be a bad day, a bad ocean for something bad to happen down at Queen's Bath. I mean, it's just one of those places that you get that rogue wave that comes up and somebody's going to die, somebody's going to drown, and then you put our rescuers at risk to rescue these people. So while I can agree that we shouldn't be closing the beaches, we also got to do a better job of making sure that we protect the people that go down to the beaches. Is my audio okay? I don't know. You guys tell me. Am I still sputtering? I noticed a lot of people came on and went off, so I'm guessing that I'm having some kind of problems with the.
You're in there, you're sputtering.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what it is. What if you and other retirees did as private citizen seminars to help local applicants pass, similar to our teachers program? I think the police department started to do a program to help these guys get hired. The problem is that it's a psych eval. There's no way you can prepare for a psych test. You move your computer and the reception is not good. Yeah, honey, I moved it from where we were because it wasn't working on my laptop. So I'm on my desktop, and apparently it's not the computer. It's the internet. It has to be the internet. So I'm going to have to call Spectrum tomorrow and see if they can come and find out what's going on. I apologize. I'm very, very sorry. It's better than before on your end. Well, that's good to know. Move back to the kitchen. My kitchen is right here, actually. It's such a small house. I could just walk to my kitchen right now using the same cable. But anyway, yeah, I think it's just the internet. I'm hardwired in now. It's not the Wi-Fi. So anyway, getting back to the Citizens Academy, there's a lot more. You can prep someone to take a test, but the polygraph, there's not much you can do with someone who is deceptive, as well as someone that may have a psychological problem that's would make them unfit to be police officers. So, but I do believe they started that process. I do believe that KPD or someone is actually offering a preparatory class to help some of these guys get hired. And I'm hoping that helps, because we got to really, we got a young force right now. A lot of the older guys retired, and we got a lot of young guys, and we got to fill that funnel. We got to keep the funnel full, so we always have a fully staffed police department, because it really affects morale when you got these guys working double shifts and working through their days off just to provide coverage on the beat. So yes, we need to fill those 19 vacancies as soon as possible. Michael Cohen today. I don't know how many of you. Hey, Vaughn, Don, Mila, and I think that's Wayne. Thank you guys. Again, I apologize if the audio is bad. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm hoping that you guys are getting the gist of this. I'm not getting as many texts with questions, so I don't see as many people on to this. I think people got frustrated with the sound, but we'll get that fixed for next week. Michael Cohen today, he was on the stand in Congress. Hey, Baroni, aloha, Jeff, Kayla, thank you for joining us again. So we got two things going on today, right? You got the president in North Korea or in Vietnam with the North Korean president, and they're trying to negotiate some kind of. You need to reboot your router. I'm on my direct line right now. I'm hardwired, so I'm not. We'll see. I'll work on that for next week. We'll have a better connection. I apologize again. Sorry about that. But anyway, so we had the president of Vietnam with the North Korean president. A pretty historical meeting. And then we had in Congress, we had Michael Cohen, the president's former personal lawyer of 10 years, in Congress of what was supposed to be a look into, this is the Oversight Committee, looking into any kind of illegal activities of the president. And I'm not sure how many of you watched it, but I watched part of it. A good part of it, and it was really, again, the Democrats against the Republicans, say Michelle, fighting each other, and they kind of split it up. So you had a Republican congressman and the Republican and the Democrat and Republican, and this guy sat up there, and this guy's a convicted liar. He's going to go to prison for 3 years for tax evasion and lying to Congress, lying to officials. And he's up there, and one half of Congress, the Republican side and the Democrat side, is obviously supporting him, and then the Republican side, because his opening statement was just about how Trump is a liar, a racist, and a con man. And it took him 10 years to figure this out. So the Republicans are there saying, how dare this convicted liar, he's a star witness for the Democrats, and then the Democrats are firing back, and it became just a political volleyball game, which is quite honestly pretty embarrassing for this country. So again, I'm not going to take any sides on this, but I know that the reason for the hearings were to find out and determine whether or not there's criminal behavior on the part of the president. But they spend most of their questions, for most of what I saw anyway, they spend most of their time just rehashing Cohen's illegal behavior and how he lied. And I don't understand, like, if it was a court of law, I don't know what prosecutor, what attorney would bring their star witness on after he was a convicted liar. I mean, I think once you question the credibility of a witness, I think that just kind of screws up your case. So again, taking the parties aside of it, I'm in awe that the media, I think all of the networks chose to cover this circus show and not cover the what was going on in Vietnam, which, you know, what's going on in Vietnam is America's attempt to try to create some kind of relationship with the North. I've been to South Korea. I've served. I was deployed there on many occasions. We practiced. We trained for war, pretty much against the North. And Arnold, you was there. I mean, there was many of us that were there training for the day that the North would invade the South. And we trained hard. We trained a lot because the tensions were so high. And that we finally have an opportunity to try to get rid of that threat and get rid of the tensions. Now, I don't know the specifics of the negotiations. And obviously that will come at a later time. But I would think that's as important, if not more important, than Congress playing political games with themselves. But that got the media today. That got the coverage. That got the majority of the air on TV was that. And so I just question what's the real motivation? What's the real job and the focus of our media? Is it really to provide entertainment? Is it to provide a vehicle to further divide the country? Because that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And if you read or if you follow the recaps on the network channels, and you have, of course, the channels that support the Republicans, and then you have the channel that supports the Democrats. I don't get it. They just keep infusing this hatred, setting us, just creating a bigger divide in our country. And I think that needs to stop. I think that focus on the issues at hand. You know, and we start looking at what Congress is talking about. You know, I'm not going to get into the huge controversial topics because we are going to run out of time. But you know, there's Congress there's controversy on the bill that's going to allow doctors to basically terminate the life of a baby that was born alive after a failed abortion. I don't know how you feel about that. I can tell you, I cannot see how anybody can allow a human baby to be born alive and then be end the life. I just don't see how anybody in Congress can allow that to happen. Take the parties out of it. I don't even care about the Democrats or Republicans. I'm talking about the issue. If you took a dog, a puppy that was just born, and you killed that puppy humanely, it doesn't matter. You would be on the nightly news across this country, and you would be chastised by the world. And yet this Congress is entertaining the idea that it would be okay. I don't see how that, I just cannot imagine or fathom how our Congress can even entertain that. Just my opinion. Any other president doing what Trump is doing with Kim in North Korea would have been a hero and won a Nobel Peace Prize. The new order in mainstream media hates Trump. Yeah, you know, hey, Larry and Melvin and Sweetie. You know, again, I think you're right, Kimo. I think you're right. Whether you like Trump or don't like Trump, I mean, if you look at this objectively, it took me, Chantal, it took me a while to come to the understanding or the realization that it doesn't matter what the president does. It doesn't matter. The Democrats are going to find every single reason to make him look bad. On the other side of that, no matter how stupid Trump does with issues, or how dumb he tweets, or crazy things that he does, the Republicans are going to back him up. So it's on both sides. Kimo, it's what I'm I've been saying for a long time is these guys got to grow up. Congress needs to grow up. The president needs to grow up. Because this constant battle is beyond the issue. It's not about the issue anymore. It is simply Democrats are going to bash Trump and the Republicans are going to defend Trump. And you're right. I agree with you 100%. If any other president was able to convince North Korea to come to a summit. Remember now, this was during the time that this knucklehead in North Korea was launching missiles and threatening the world. And Trump's calling him Rocket Man. And I mean, it was kind of like a joke now, but it's not a joke because it's real. So yeah, I agree. If anyone else had been successful in getting across to North Korea and at least having a discussion, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think they qualify for the Nobel Peace Prize. That won't happen with Trump, and it's unfortunate because I think what he's doing, again, knowing a little more about the relationship between the North and the South, and the relationship between, obviously, between North Korea and America. It's been a long time since I've been in South Korea, but the tensions had gotten worse. So while I can appreciate what this administration is doing, trying to work with this guy. Now, at some point, again, until we know the deals are going to be made, I cannot comment on whether or not it was successful or not. But I think the mere attempt to go ahead and try, the mere attempt to go over and try to get some headway to basically protect our country, and of course the South Koreans as well. We got a lot of people in South Korea, and so yeah, it's just that I think they have another day of the summit. We got another 2 days of the congressional hearings with Cohen. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm sure the networks are going to all lock into Congress, and they're not going to talk much about the North Korean summit. I wish they would, because I am very interested. I am very interested in what's going on in North Korea. In Vietnam with the North Korean president. I, for one, am. I watched that Cohen hearings, and it's the guy. I mean, it's so bad that these Congress people are repeating themselves. They're asking the same questions that their colleagues are asking on both sides, and it's tiring when you hear the same guy. Hey, well, you said earlier, and their questions are all the same. Yeah, but you lied to. Yeah, he lied. He's a liar. He's a convicted liar. He's a convicted liar. He's going to go 3 years in federal pen. And they were asking questions like, "Oh, are you gonna? Or would you? Can you commit today under oath that you would turn down a movie deal or a book deal?" What has that got to do with anything? This guy's going to get a book deal. He's going to get it's unfortunate because he's a crook. But that's how this damn country works. How can you tell a guy you cannot accept? Yeah, he's going to spend time in prison, and for what he did, and he'll probably get a book deal and a TV deal, a movie deal. But what has that got to do with Trump? Whether or not Trump acted illegally as the president of the United States, which is what I thought this hearing was supposed to be about, but it didn't turn out that way. It was just a farce. Rob, Maureen, Shane, Peter, and Arthur, thank you guys for joining us today. Again, I apologize. I know the audio is bad. Maisie's confused. Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm not happy with our delegation. We didn't even get time to talk about our state legislature and what they're doing. I wish they would focus on affordable housing and traffic. Not one peep about our congestion issues. They have a state traffic plan that they will get to one day. They're more concerned about legalizing marijuana and some other really trivial things that I think they should be focusing on, the issues that affect our kids, our kupuna, and all of us. So yeah, frustrating to say the least. Frustrating to say the least. Just wanted to remind everybody on March 2nd, if you're not a drag racing fan, well, maybe you want to go down Mana, the old racetrack. March 2nd, $12 gets you in. Gates open 11 o'clock. Kids 12 and under are free if you want to go down and watch some of our race car drivers tear it up down there at the field. I know it's getting close to 6:30. I apologize again. I'll get this audio fixed. And we're going to see. Let's see what else I got here. I think we covered everything. I know Arthur Bruce just came on, Cowboy fan. Arthur, Cowboy Rams, Aloha Stadium, preseason. I bet you lunch, man. I bet you lunch. Rams going to beat the Cowboys. And it is only a preseason. You'd be a great asset to the police commission. Who, me? No. I got to tell you, I'm enjoying retired life. Tomorrow, I fly out to meet my son in Vegas. My son invited me. How's that? Invited me to join him in Vegas for a weekend with his friends. One of my friends plays for the San Diego Chargers, and they're going to have a weekend. He's the fan from San Diego is taking his dad. It's just going to be a father-son deal. It's going to be fun, and I'm just looking forward to it. Just going to be nice to just spend some time with my son who lives in Oregon, and we don't get to do that much. I didn't get to do that much, as he was growing up, but so I'm just stoked that, and I cannot wait to see him. Friday morning, I'll see him on Friday. So, yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I really enjoy this life. Yeah, I miss being on the council, but I think I really showing off that. I think I'm gonna be showing off my son, honey. I'm gonna be showing off my son. I'm so proud of that kid and my daughter too. I mean, I got two of the best kids that you could ever ask for. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's a shame that the best public service on Kauai is sitting out. Run for Senate. You guys are killing me. I gotta tell you, and it's flattering. It's flattering when people come up. My wife will attest to this. We're in the store. I don't usually go shopping, but I went there and it's like people come out. You gotta get back on the council, man. We need you back. We need you back. Thank you all. I love you guys, and it's so flattering, and it just makes me feel good that maybe I did do a decent job while I was on the council, but. Now I'm having a good time, kicking back, relaxing, trying to rebuild my businesses again. Before council, we had some successful businesses going. A lot of people don't realize I was a businessman, I was a police officer, then I became a businessman, then I became a politician. And the whole political life really got in the way, took away a lot from my businesses. And now it's time for me to reestablish that. Wonderful opportunity for me right here with this company called Legal Shield that I get to work with my son, getting him involved in Oregon, and we're going over to Texas, Dallas. Actually, we're going to Dallas in the March, where he's going to get trained and exposed to grow his business up in Oregon. So I'm stoked. I'm having a good time, but yes, I do miss that direct interaction with the constituents. The issues are still there. I still respond to a lot of emails and text messages from constituents, and I will always do that. And I'll do whatever I can, no matter where I'm at, to make sure that our constituents' concerns are being heard. This is one avenue here, Facebook Live. There's a lot of opportunities for people to just come on board. Today I think because of the audio difficulties, we don't have as many people as we usually do. But this session every week gets close to 1,000 views of people just listening in and trying to be informed and educated what's going on, and not just Kauai, but in the state and in the world. I try to pick the topics that I think are interesting. But by all means, if there's something you want me to discuss, and I say this every week, shoot me a message, send me a text message, or use the Facebook Messenger or whatever the thing is called. Let me know what you want to chat about, and we'll talk about it. I'm here every Wednesday at 5:30 to 6:30. I'm on YouTube channel Mel Rapozo, and it's something I enjoy doing, and we'll continue to do this until we end up with 0 visitors on this session. So, but yeah, I love what I do. Appreciate the nice comments and kind words. And just love this place. I think we all do. That's why we get involved. And if you're on Facebook and you read the comments, some of them are negative, some of them are mean. But if you look at the common denominator for all the people that are on Facebook and are commenting on the issues, it's because everybody's concerned and everybody wants their voices heard. So this is a great venue. This is a great format. Again, if you want, shoot me a message of, do you respond to emails? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I get a bunch of them. And so, yes, I do. I know, Larry, I got your email. I'm actually working with one of the council members now to get your issue addressed. I will respond to your email. I know that's a gentle hint, but yes, I do. I get a lot, though. I gotta say, I get a lot. It had maybe slowed down some since I retired, but it still comes. And I welcome the emails. I welcome the concerns, criticisms as well. But I really do want to know what interests you out there, so we can have some meaningful discussions. Now, one of the other things I talked about in the past was creating Zoom sessions. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that. I am debating whether or not we're going to transfer this over from Facebook Live over to Zoom. So it's another click on the Facebook page to get to the Zoom channel, but that way everybody shows up and everybody will have an opportunity to speak, and we can hear from everybody. So I may try that. I may do maybe a Thursday or so. We may test out the Zoom and see how it works, see if the people like that better. just because I think I want to see all of you, and I want to be able to hear you. If we go on Zoom, I'll be able to hear you. Everybody will be able to hear you. It's very simple. You hit the raise hand button, and I open it up, and then you get to speak, and everybody gets to hear. And I think it'll be fun. I think it'll generate more interest and more discussion. I know a lot of people don't want to be seen. We can shut off the video. You turn on a video if you want, if you don't want your face on the screen. But I think it'll be much more productive. So we'll try to shoot for that. Maybe next week. I'll set up something. We'll do the Wednesday Facebook Live, and maybe I'll do a test run on the Zoom on Thursday, and have some fun with that. So. Any other questions? Any other questions or comments? Thanks, Erica. I know some of you guys are on. We're running a little late today. We started late. We started on time, but we had audio problems, and I think we still may have audio problems. So I appreciate you guys hanging on there. But if there's anything else you want to talk about, put it in the chat box. We'll have a discussion. I'll stay a little while longer because I do want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to post their concerns on here. But I think we covered a lot today. One more thing. I'm gonna post up, as part of my business and doing a market study. I'm glad I just looked at my paper. I'm gonna post a link here, and it's just it's a very quick 1-minute survey. And you don't have to answer it if you don't want, but if you can, I'll post it up here on the chat box right now when I pull this link. And I'll also post it on the Facebook page when I'm done. Let me see here. And if you guys don't mind, I would really appreciate it. And again, it's just, for me, it's a little market survey for my business, my legal show business. And if you would just take the 1 minute to go ahead and go through that. It's just very, very simple. All you gotta do is click that link and help me out with that. Like I said, I'll also post it on my Facebook page as well. So if you don't mind, that would help me a lot. Ms. Olivis, John Kai Hui, Diane Wada, thank you guys. As I wind down and wrap this up, any other issues? What do you guys think about the Southwest Airlines? I think. What do you guys think about that? I know we got a lot of friends that work at Hawaiian Airlines. I know there's a lot of criticisms about Hawaiian Airlines. You got to remember that when people talk about Hawaiian Airlines, it's not directed to the employees. When we talk about the fares, in the last week or two, we saw these high rates for round trip tickets from Kauai to Honolulu, high 300s and to mid 400s, $400. I'm paying less than that to go see my son in Vegas. What are the thoughts? I mean, you're missing what meeting? Is there a meeting tonight, Leona? Is there a meeting? Talk to me. Is there a meeting tonight? Is there a Lions Club meeting tonight? Hey, no problem, Dad. Hey, my pop's on the call again. No worry, Dad. We'll be on next week again, but you can always go back and watch it on YouTube. Leona, answer me. Do we have a meeting tonight? Anyway, I must upset her. Anyway, so Southwest is coming. Yes, it's going to be probably only from Honolulu to California, but I think when they come and they have their inaugural offering of the tickets, their prices are going to be really, really low. So hold off. Wait till they come out and announce the fares, the inaugural fares. I think we're all going to be pretty surprised as to what they're going to offer. So I know some of this is repetitious, but some of you guys came on late. Some of this was done when the audio was messed up. So anything else before we wrap this bad boy up? Next week, Wednesday, 5:30, again, same place, same time. I'll have the audio fixed up. I'm not sure what the heck is the problem. And again, you can watch any of the old videos on YouTube. Channel name is Mel Rapozo. We appreciate all that you do. Email is melrapozo@gmail.com. I support competition. I support local business, but if they don't help out the local people, we are forced to look elsewhere. Absolutely, Rick. Well said. I think when we look at these outside companies coming in, and they do compete for our local businesses or their local business, that they have a duty and an obligation to give back to the community. And yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Good point. Good point. We'll see how Southwest responds to the community need. And I think we need more of that. We got a lot of businesses, lots of rich people moving to Hawaii. We know that on Kauai. We see them all coming here. Drew Brees just bought his second house or second property up in Kukui'ula. He has two. You got Zuckerberg. We got so many wealthy people here. The question is, what do they do to give back? And I think if they want to be part of this community, they need to help out the community. So we'll see, and only time will tell. Only time will tell. Anything else before we wrap this up? If not, guys, I want to thank you guys for being faithful and loyal to Wednesdays. It kills me that we're still doing this. I thought by now everybody would say, forget it. But, I try to make this interesting. I try to make it exciting. I try to make it engaging. So next week, Wednesday, 5:30 to 6:30, same place, same time. And we'll shoot for a Zoom trial run on Thursday. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. And we'll learn together because I have never done one. I'm going to do it on Thursday. We'll shoot it for, let's try the same time, 5:30. We'll do a short one just to make sure we all understand how it works, and then we'll grow it from there. So with that, hey, same here, Rick. Thanks for coming. Oh, yeah, my grandma celebrated her 99th birthday. 99. Grandma Tilly at long-term care in Wilcox Hospital. She looked great. Still strong, Portuguese old lady, 99 years old. So God bless her, and God bless all of you. Thank you guys again for joining us. We'll see you next week. Aloha, God bless. We love you guys. Take care.